Okay, we are looking at the all posting transaction save search that we're going to build in your NetSuite environment. And I want to start by showing you the end product, kind of talking through why I like this save search and what some of the use cases are for having a save search like this in your environment. So first, I like the save search because it includes all the pertinent data related to all the posting transactions for the selected period. We've got the date, we've got the period, we've got the internal ID, we've got all of the relevant segment data, so the name, the account, department, class, and the internal ID all readily available. And we've got the amount debit and the amount credit split. Accountants love to see the debit side and the credit side. We've got some nice metadata. We've got the person who created the transaction, when it was created. And then finally, we have this line ID, which is really important if we ever want to use a CSV upload file to change any of that segment data. You'll need that line ID in order so that NetSuite knows which line to update in the upload file. We've also added some nice filters for users so we can change the period. We could select a specific account. We've got account type and transaction type, and all of these things can be changed and modified for your specific NetSuite environment, and that's what we're going to go over in the next couple of classes. Finally, so what can you use this transaction save search for? Well, there's a few things that come to mind. First is for facilitating audit requests. So if your auditors ask you for the transaction population that creates the financial statements for a given period, you can run this for them. If your auditors need a list of all the journal entries in a given period, this list will include that. You can also use this, as I mentioned earlier, for updating your segment data. So if you don't want to click through 50 vendor bills to update the coding, you can create a saved search and use this to update those transactions really quickly. And then finally, probably my favorite part is actually the fact that you can just export this data into Excel. It exports into a really nice, clean format. And that data then you can use for even further analysis. Whether you're building a department budget versus actual, or whatever it is you need to do in Excel, you can do that, and there's really minimal cleanup of the file. Okay, so now that I've shown you what we're building and why this is a great save search, we're going to start to actually build the search in your environment. I'll see you in the next class.